I've been meant to make this video. Um, how can you find your soulmate? A lot of times when you find your soulmate, it's going to be with someone that you least expect. A lot of times when you meet your soulmate, it's going to be like a love at first sight because your spirit and your soul is going to see them before you do. Have you ever been drawn to someone and you just don't know like where it came from? Like you really don't know, but it's something, it's like you know them already. A lot of times when we meet our soulmate, the majority of the times, this person that you was looking at was in a past life of yours that you already have a soul contract with. And the majority of the times when you come across your soulmate from a past life, most likely in this life, they are going to be no more good for you. So this is why they made the movie Hancock. But if you find your soulmate right now, usually it's going to be a instant attraction that is not going to be explainable. And it's almost like you just instantly fell in love. Like you can look at the woman and be like, that's my wife. It's like you are spiritually drawn to that person. And usually a soulmate, when a soulmate come into your life, there is not going to be financially stable. There's not going to be the perfect mate because a soulmate is not in your life to make you rich or to elevate you in the physical. A soulmate is to evolve you and elevate you spiritually and elevate you emotionally and spiritually. This is why when they talk about a power couple is not a couple that make a lot of money together. A power couple is two couples that know each other so well emotionally and spiritually until they can take that energy and they can make it into power. That is a real power couple. But the way they got us programmed and indoctrinated, they took everything that can make us the best and they put a false narrative over. They got people thinking, oh, you a power couple if y'all make a lot of money together. But at the end of the day, you can lose that money. And if you lose that money and lose your business or lose them riches, you are no longer a power couple. But if you have a woman or a man in your life and y'all are emotionally and physically and spiritually and soulful connect, y'all can actually be homeless, living in the streets. But as long as you got your soulmate, your vibration is still high. Your frequency is still high. Everything about you is still high because you have your soulmate with you. You have your better half. You have your twin flame with you. So it's almost like you are in heaven. And even though you are living in hell, you got your better half. You got your either masculine or feminine better half. And honestly, when people meet their soulmates, they really don't realize that they have met their soulmate until the person has left. Because a soulmate is designed to evolve you spiritually and soulfully. This is why a lot of people, when they get married, that's when they find their soulmate. But their soulmate is basically evolving them spiritually and soulfully because their soulmate is opening them up to things that they have never been opened up to. Well, when you go home and you go to the one that you chose to be codependent with, you chose financially gain with, you don't get the same energy that your soulmate give you because your soulmate is going to evolve you. Y'all is going to evolve one another. And when you lay down with a person, the only way that you can make a soul contract or a soul tie with is that y'all have to agree that y'all want to basically be together for the rest of eternity, for the rest of each other's lives. And y'all have to soulfully and spiritually connect when you make this agreement. And then when you make love, it basically solidifies that soul tie or that soul agreement. And a lot of people think that when you have sex, a lot of people think that when you have sex, that you are basically creating different husband and different wives. That is not true. It's just that when you have sex with a lot of people, and if you are spiritually open, you can actually take in the demons of other people. This is why it's not good to have sex with a lot of people. It doesn't have nothing to do with creating husband and wives. you shouldn't have sex with a lot of people because you don't really know how sensitive your spirit is. You don't really know how open you are. And you are taking on different people, demons and situations, and you are taking it in for yourself. Next thing you know, you are living in a world, you are living in a conscious mind where though you confused all the time and you don't know where this come from because you have taken different energies of different people. So if you are not aware of how sensitive your body is, then you shouldn't sleep around. But when you connect with someone soulfully and spiritually, a lot of times there's not going to be in the place where you need them to be worldly, which means they might not be rich. They might not even be your type. You understand what I'm saying? Because they are not here to feed your ego. They are not here to feed the physical. Your soulmate is here to evolve you. This is why a lot of times when people meet their soulmate, they are not ready for them because they are not ready to evolve. They still want to be drawn to the physical. But when you meet someone, and for some reason, every time when you're around this person, you just get high energy. You get high frequency. Everything about you is just high energy. Then most likely they are a soulmate. See, you can have a soulmate other than a husband and a wife. You can have a best friend as a soulmate. Your daughter could be you can have many soulmates. But when you lay down and make a vow to a man and a woman and you make love, that is someone that you decide to have a soul tie with and a soul contract with forever. And y'all is always going to be drawn together, even during death. Even during death. If me and you decide right now that we are going to create a soul tie together, that we are going to create a soul contract with, that is for the rest of our lives, including after death. And usually during the next lifetime, your soul is still going to find me. So if you decide that you want to create a soul tie or a soul contract with someone, right? And you decide you no longer want to create that, you need to end it in the same life. Because if you die, that soul is still connected to you. Because at the end of the day, we are still the same souls. We are just in different bodies. So if me and you create a soul tie and a soul contract, and the next life, our soul is still going to be drawn together. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's a soul contract. See, with the contract on earth and the earthly merge, I can marry you today and not care for you tomorrow and get a divorce and I'm on to the next. There's nothing solidified in that. There's nothing spiritual about that. There's nothing godly about that. There's nothing about your soul about that. Because you can instantly stop loving that person. Don't even think about that person no more. But when you have created a soul contract and a soul tie with this person, that person is going to be connected to you for the rest of your life until you end it. So if you decide right now that you want to create a soul tie with someone or a soul contract and you decide you want to end it, you have to get that person. You have to get that person before you die and you have to end it. And if you don't end it, that person is going to always follow you because I met my soulmate from a past life. And usually when you meet a soulmate from a past life, that soul is going to always haunt you because you belong to them. So when you decide that you no longer want it, end it. Because usually when you end it and you move on with your life and your next life, you are going to be in another relationship. And that same soul is going to find you. And when that soul finds you, you're not going to want that soul because you have moved on, but you did not end the soul contract. You didn't end the soul tie. So technically, you are still married to that person. And honestly, I found my soulmate from a previous life, and I have not ended that contract with this person. And when I told the person about it, this person don't want to end the contract. But it's a way how you can end a contract without the person being there. But honestly, yes, the earthly merge and the soul tie, the soulful merge, is two different things. It's not good to sleep around because you really don't know how sensitive your body is. But if you are strong, energetically, and spiritually, you can sleep around. Just be careful.